Yeah. Figure out how to fix the rock. Yeah. Go cut off the HP.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this is did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eat blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know just to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't raised from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the dollar cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know just to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another.
Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Championship game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks.
Hello? Yeah, I called to let you know, man. I found out. I had to go search the internet. I found out what the problem was, and I fixed my broadcast. I sent you a link of me playing my game right now. I'm broadcasting, no problems, no issues. It's no, I'm playing against the computer right now. Yeah. Well, did you change your settings? No, not that. Put everything. Go back into that and put everything the way you want it. Like you can put 1080p, 60, and all that good stuff. What you got to do is go to your damn. See, I started the game. Let me see. Can I go back? Are you doing the game right? No, you got to go into your system settings. You got to right now. The game the PlayStation 5 come with the HDCP enabled. You got to go cut the HDCP off, and once you cut that off, your broadcast it's going to tell you. It might say that YouTube and Madden is running through the HDCP right now. You cut the HDCP off, disable it, and then you ain't gonna have a problem broadcasting no more. Yeah. Now after I finish this game, if you want to, me and you can play each other, and I can try to broadcast it to show you. Oh, I know. I'm about to play this game right now. I'm about to play my NFC Championship game. I lost it. Man, we went to the second quarter 0-0 because I threw it in. I got an interception off him, and because he got the ball first, and I drove down to the 5-yard line. I was about to score, and I threw an interception in the end zone in the second quarter. So he scored 7-0. Then halftime, I scored 10 in the third quarter. He scored 14 in the third quarter, and then he scored 7 more in the fourth, and I scored 3 in the fourth. And so he beat me 28-13. But what messed me up was 2 of my offensive linemen got hurt in the game, and my defensive tackle got hurt. I lost all them cats in the first quarter. I was mad as hell. Yeah, turn it off. Because right now it says enable. Turn it off. And once you turn it off, when you go to broadcast, you should be good. Yeah, web browser is up here. I was just looking for it because when I went in there, it tells us there is a web browser. So I'm going to have to Google how to find the freaking web browser because I just finished searching for it and I couldn't find it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You looking at the message I sent you? Yeah, you looking at the thing I found on the internet. Yeah, that's what I used to fix it. Yeah. I got it on pause right now though, but you should be able to see it clear. It shouldn't be no issue. And then once I started back up, which it's a small delay. Dang, where my thing at? Play ball, da 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 da. And you can see it now, right?
Miles Sanders first carry.
Let me turn that thing off. Let me see.
Not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Farmer. And he lost the football.
Wentz's pass complete to Jalen Reagor. Fumble on the play.
Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Russell Wilson sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson shakes off the sack. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Wilson.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3, Eagles nothing.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to the 3.
To number 87.
A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Is a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Ball carrier.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice spin.
There he is, baby. Way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Over the middle, complete. That's Farmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a first down. On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10, fumble. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Michael Dixon.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st down, Wilson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
That ball complete to Isabella. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredible... Now a hit and a loose football. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Wentz now on 1st down. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From midfield, here's Wentz. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Jason
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wentz going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that decision's only going to wind up costing him a yard or two as he's tackled just shy of the 20. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll make it 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached half. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Spinning away. And they'll get him down inside the... ...30 to 27.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paris Campbell 73 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And I'll tell you, the effort's sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards to the house. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets' sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return will stop right around the 25. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop it.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
At their own 37-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Wentz with a throw that's caught by Reagor. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. His first catch in this NFC championship game, and it's a 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. Yeah, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go larga. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Campbell making the catch. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Harris Campbell saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Farmer. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
To number 80.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
For Paris.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Slay on the coverage.
14.
To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks.
His kick is
as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Powers through. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their backs really against the wall now, and we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Carson Wentz.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And quickly finding Reagor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Eagle 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wentz's pass complete to Andy Isabella.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
5 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella.
Complete.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout. And it's somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Dripping on a white tee, and shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold on, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tricky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot, but I can check up all of my stocks. Hey yo. Nike check, t-shirt check, sneakers check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check, Nike. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Throwing up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and the J's in the way. Got a new Chris Foss, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it talks too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo. Nike check.
Flag on the play. Yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get your flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Full of water, call me Black Bridge Set the pack like a safety, your boy can't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag. He ain't throw a flag when I pass, come through station. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sky, flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. Going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
What I did, can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a ring. Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us.